We're back, baby. Listen, it's been a long, hard 2-ish months or so of being discontinued, but we are back, baby, and we are better than ever. You cannot contain the Bolt for long. So that's right, some of you might be hearing about it for the first time, but the Bolt is back. GM CEO Mary Barra announced on a conference call today that the Bolt is coming back on the Ultium platform. I roll over in bed this morning, I grab my phone, I pop open my email, and the very top, the first thing I see from Chevrolet, Lewis just announced exciting Bolt news. I'm like, what is it? What could it possibly be? The very top, the Bolt is back. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not the least bit surprised. And you're probably like, whoa, slow down. They just discontinued the Bolt like 2 to 3 months ago. Why would it already be back? I've talked about this in great detail, not only on the Metz Talk podcast, where we did an entire 36-minute episode on the Bolt being discontinued, but also in my Bolt is Dead video. We talked about this in great detail. The Bolt was never going to be gone for long. It's just impossible. It is such a key cog in the GM lineup, in the Chevy lineup. There's no possible way it could be down and out for long. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the timing of it is kind of insane to me. We literally just got the discontinued news a few months ago. It has been almost no time at all, and they've already brought this thing back. Now, in this brief video, I'm gonna talk about all the things we do know, all the things we don't know, and then what I expect kind of my updated timeline to be for the release of the new Bolt. So let's start with this email I got. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. So again, from Chevrolet to me, the Bolt is back. That's the headline. There's a nice little image I'll show you guys on screen. It starts off with a very important sentence here. You spoke, we listened. Keep that in mind because I want to talk about that in just a sec. Thank you for being a Chevrolet Bolt owner. I love my Bolt here. There's a couple grammar issues in here. We'll ignore that. We appreciate you entrusting us with adopting the EV lifestyle and have heard your overwhelming response to its importance. Chevy is debuting an expansive lineup this year with the Blazer EV, the Equinox EV, and the Silverado EV, but we only got here because of the Bolt, Chevy's first long-range, affordable EV. And that's because of loyal customers like you. And that's why we're excited to make this unprecedented announcement. The Bolt is charging ahead. We understand your love for the Bolt, so Chevy is bringing the Bolt back. We hope you're as excited as we are, and we'll share more information in the future. Again, thanks for your continued loyalty, and we look forward to an electrifying future together. So there you go, guys. That is the newest update from Chevy. Now, again, I'll put the image here on screen so you can see it. We don't really get any Easter eggs that we normally get in these kind of emails. The logo looks about the same. It's just a little glistening, GIF of the Bolt logo. But there's a couple keys we can take away from this email. First and foremost, this happened because of you. I think that Chevy was always going to bring the Bolt back. It was just a matter of time. But I think the timing of this announcement is very interesting. I don't think they planned on announcing the Bolt coming back this quickly. I think they were forced to do so, and the email kind of hints at it. I think they felt like they had to because of the overwhelming fan response, the overwhelming consumer response. You all did this. I had a small part in this. Y'all had a massive part in this. We made our voices loud and clear. We don't want the Bolt going away. This is an important vehicle for us. We love this thing. Do not kill it. And they listened. One thing we knew for certain was when the Bolt came back, it was going to be on the Ultium platform. GM CEO Mary Barra talked about this when she talked to NPR. She said the reason why the Bolt was discontinued was because it was on the Gen 2 platform, which was outdated. The new Ultium platform is 40% cheaper to manufacture, more flexible so it can fit in a variety of vehicle sizes, and represents a significant increase in performance. But she also mentioned that she can't discuss future projects, so you knew the Bolt was coming back. I mean, it was just a given. So what do we know? We know the Bolt is coming back. We know it's going to be at an entry-level price point, so it's going to be below the Equinox, which starts around 30, so you're probably going to be in that like 25, 26-ish range, which is awesome. That is exactly where we need an entry-level vehicle to be. It is so important to have that entire lineup to go all the way up to the big trucks, down to the medium-sized SUVs, the more compact SUVs, and then your entry-level subcompact SUV. You got to have that. It's so key. And we know it's going to be on the Ultium platform, obviously. Now, what we don't know is what is it going to look like? Are we going to maintain the same body style that we've got here on the 2022 model, or are we going to do something that's more in line with the rest of the upcoming EV lineup from Chevy? Something more like a baby Equinox EV. You know what I mean? I think that is very feasible for them to come out with and should be easy to produce since they already have the tooling. So again, there's no exact timeline stated yet, But what we do know is that it's going to be operating on an accelerated timeline. They want to get this thing out as fast as humanly possible. I wouldn't be surprised if we had it in a year or two. I've shortened my time frame quite a bit. I predicted on the Metz Talk podcast, as well as in my Bolt is Dead video, 3 to 5 years. And my reasons for that were mainly shutting down production for 2023, retooling with the Ultium platform, and then re-upping production for 2025, 2026, whatever the case may be. So I said 3 to 5 years for that process to take place. Now I'm kind of rethinking that. I'm thinking that maybe we're looking more in the 2 to 3 year range, maybe even on the lower end of that. And who knows, I got this email completely out of the blue. I could wake up tomorrow and Chevy could have unveiled the new 2025 Bolt EV on the 3rd gen Ultium platform. Who knows? It's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting that GM's being a little bit more carefree with the Bolt. They're saying, we know how much you guys love this. We love it too. It's so important for our lineup. We're going to give it back to you guys on our updated platform. Updating the vehicle with Ultium and Ultify technologies. As a result, the new Bolt could have greater range than the existing car, but the biggest difference will be charging speed. Currently, the fastest that the Bolt can charge is 50 kilowatts. This updated technology will likely increase that at least twofold, but a lot of places are projecting that it will go threefold, up to 150 kilowatt fast charging. And a lot of outlets are speculating that we may have an NACS connector built in, which means it will be Tesla supercharger ready right out the box. And we can really start dreaming big here. What if we get an EUV with all-wheel drive? And a lot of places are speculating that the interior and the exterior will remain very similar due to the accelerated timeline. I don't really buy this. I tend to think they're going to retool it and put out a smaller version of the Equinox, like I've stated, kind of a Bolt Equinox hybrid blend, but still put it under the Bolt nameplate that's so iconic. I think that just makes it fit more in the lineup, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they stick with this exact same design with the Ultium battery and put it out in 2025. Who knows? This is a quote from thedrive.com about why they're bringing it back. We always knew customers loved the Bolt nameplate, as evidenced by this year's record sales and its high loyalty rates. We also see the Bolt bringing in new customers to the brand more than other nameplates at GM. So that makes complete sense why this kind of sudden reemergence of the Bolt nameplate. I talked about this, I hammered it because I believe it to my core. The Bolt nameplate is up there with some of the most iconic vehicles ever because of its place in history. There is no other nameplate in history that can claim it was the world's first accessible, fully electric vehicle on the market. That's the Bolt, and that's why it cannot die. And I'm super glad. I love the Bolt. You guys love the Bolt. You're watching this video for a reason. You guys have watched all my other Bolt videos for a reason. You love this vehicle as much as I do, and I'm so pumped for it to be back. If they come out with a 2025 model year next year, maybe I don't even have to get rid of my Bolt ever. Maybe I have to push it back a couple months. Maybe I have to buy this one and then stick with it for a few more months and then flip over to the new Ultium Bolt. But I'm hoping that I don't have to switch out of the Bolt lineup. I love the Bolt. I'd stick with it for as long as possible so I can continue to bring you guys content on the vehicle that I love the most. So I'm super stoked that the Bolt is back. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Drop a like on the video if you loved it. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about the Bolt being back? Are you as pumped as I am? Are you going to pick up a 2025? When do you think it's going to come out? What do you think it's going to look like? Let's have a conversation down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.